sheets for miles. Sunlight comes to soothe our soul. Legs stand on solid ground, but what I feel was slipping off. Light orange, green hues and pastels, the evidence of outcomes. But I know this life, I'll stand for something and nothing again. And I like faith all the time in this world, but it's not worth giving in. And I know I lost it, your mouth full of words I know you would wish you had said. Can I just extend it? Your life in this stage of numbness in my head.
Sleep never lives. There's no way out, no EJ. But don't all things come to an end. Hold your head up and run toward the light. This is love, this is love fight. Swimming through my body with no answer why. Third eye on the lookout for a landslide. Realizing why I'm spending way too much of my time. Afraid the worst case may arise. I tell myself that it's okay. Convince myself that it's fine. Those little lights get out of control when they catch a light and become all you know. Walking on a ledge, better not look down, don't reflect. Need a change at last, need to see it clear again. 'Cause I know some demons in disguise keep running, but my laces untying. Realizing I'm spending way too much of my time. Afraid the worst case may arise. I tell myself that it's okay. Convince myself that it's fine. Realizing why I'm spending way too much of my time. Afraid the worst case may arise. I tell myself that it's okay. Convince myself that it's fine. Nerves swimming through my body with no answer why. Third eye on the lookout for a landslide.
to my party, but you're living in my head. I am trying not to think about all the stupid shit I said as we were standing in the kitchen at your brother's barbecue. I make my way into the backyard. I am diving in the pool, cause I want you. 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 Yeah, I want you. 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 Yes, I think we've got potential. Yes, I think too much. We're surrounded by the lions and I'm a baby giraffe. You are turning up the TV. You are finishing your drink. I am tightening my bonnet as I vomit in the sink. Cause I want you. 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 I just wanna be something to you. No, it's not a breakdown. Everybody's got something to lose. Maybe we can find out.
Ekiro.
You could be like the rest, but it doesn't have to be that. Might even be the best I ever had in my life. Does that make me lucky, lucky, lucky? I think it does. I think it
sparks fire, distant light. I'm not leaving you behind. Oh, it was many things, love of my mind. Spiral ceiling, get through it right. Turn to the fading years behind. No more dreaming, just design. Style over substance, undermined. Well, it will send you through. I let it go by.
Greetings, Viceroys. Thanks to Against the Storm Twitch integration, you can now interact with your audience in exciting new ways. In the Guardian vs. Elder chat minigame, 6 viewers join opposing factions to help or hinder your efforts. Both sides can select from different abilities to react to your actions and counter the enemy faction. You can also create chat pools to let viewers vote on blueprints, perks, newcomers, orders, and starting caravans. But beware, the results are binding. To enable the new integration features, simply log in with your Twitch account and configure the settings to match your preferences. So, are you ready to face new challenges and trust your audience to do what's right? Find it out in the free Twitch integration update, available now.
Got to update the Twitches. See how do I log in here? Account maybe? Huh? Oh, he went in there again? I wouldn't say he always goes in there, but mm-hmm. was in that potato Discord. The bear Discord.
What a potato.
Some
Into
kind
the
of
storm.
Twitch integration update, but I don't have like status, so some other stuff doesn't apply. Creating polls, you can't do channel polls, but if you do that, then you have to like select whatever your chat picks.
Do what?
So if you like do a poll on what thing to pick in your game, you have to pick it. Like there's no going back.
Oh, I see.
So chat can be benevolent or they can be like normal and cruel.
Like normal.
Oh, for the game that you're playing.
Yeah, for Against the Storm.
I see. That's kind of cool. So, Will, what do you think? AoE or StarCraft?
Oh, buddy.
That's not
The
a game.
advantage to StarCraft is you'll be better for when we do threes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's pretty neutral.
What do I get as a Forest Guardian? No effect has been applied.
You turn into a tree. You gonna play the Diablo 4 beta tomorrow?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be on like midnight, UTC, but it's later, I guess.
Fucking Blizzard.
How do you apply a effect to the slot? Need to affect my slots. That's what this game's about now.
Same, really. All about affecting my slots.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ryan. Sorry. Sorry for being slow.
Oh, I can deplete the food of the streamer. I can increase hostility, or I can slow events. So since I'm playing in my own game, I'm going to join as the other faction, which allows me to do extra critical production chance, more resolve. So I think that's like your citizens are happier more, and also a longer timer for your citizens to leave the settlement.
Which settlement are they leaving?
I mean, it's a city game.
Oh. If they must leave, then okay. Can't believe they would abandon me.
Okay, I got something. I got the Gentleman's Tale, +1 to global resolve, granted by myself. Thank you, myself.
What a nice self.
Oh, well, that's even cooler. I got myself as one of the citizens in the town. Here, I can get the light. I feel like he heard somebody in the street. That was weird.
Well, I guess I'm gonna queue up unless you want me to wait for you.
I've been talking.
Huh?
So I've been talking. But yeah, I didn't really clarify what. I was saying things.
Alright,
and
whatever.
you
Yeah, no,
didn't
no. I mean,
respond.
I'm just. What?
I was saying things and you didn't respond, so I wasn't sure.
What did you say?
Well, I said
I wasn't
basically
you
that I wasn't
accidentally.
sure.
Yeah.
What to do,
So what,
so.
what do you want me to say?
I don't know, but still. I'm just saying I was saying something. Gosh.
You're gonna get there one day, Will, but today is not the day.
Yeah.
Think about what you think about. Hashtag Joe Biden.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and start without me while I figure out my energy levels.
Okay, your energy levels. You gotta get some VDE, dude.
Easier said than done.
Pretty sure there's an app for that. Three levels of standing? What?
The Diamond League. Going for McMaster. I'm 46 and 29. It's pretty good.
That's a lot of games, man. 75 games?
Well, for the season.
Yeah, I mean,
Season started exactly, but.
Hello.
yo, dude.
Hello.
Supplier good? I mean, I guess it kind of depends if you get harps or no harps. Harps or no
Work
harps?
tomorrow, Barley?
I don't ever really work Fridays. We just kind of have meetings.
That's what I remember. Yeah. 'Cause we're gonna be playing Diablo 4.
I didn't install it. Might do it tonight. I didn't install it
the
yet.
Beta.
There
Yeah,
are
free
3
install,
bottles,
and it
mate.
starts tomorrow morning at like noon your time.
So it's you're 2 hours behind.
Yeah, 10 on my time.
10 a.m.?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, wow. That's kind of weird start, but okay.
It's there 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific, I think, is the official time.
Yeah, still, that's like a really weird time to like launch a beta. I mean, it makes
probably
sense why
time,
you do
yeah.
it, but according to like all other betas I've ever been a part of, that's a weird time.
Yeah. I might be getting griefed by my own teammate.
You need it for humility. I'm not suggesting. Except
Goes
Will.
weird. I think he's trying to photon cannon me. He has 3 pylons, like.
That doesn't make sense because you can't like hostile your own teammate. If you could,
Oh,
then
no,
it
he's
would
doing
make
it.
sense.
He's doing it.
Did they change how it works?
Or maybe, I don't know what he's doing. It's confusing.
I mean, it's not confusing. You're getting photon cannoned.
By my own teammate? We're about to find out. One of them just finished. Okay, no, he's attacking the wall. It's just a very terrible build. Yeah, not very good. got fancy skins though, so he paid money. He's paid to win.
I think I need to take some lessons from this guy then.
I'm telling you. His build is totally scuffed though. Like, he just got a gateway. I have feelings.
Where do you think a good place for the trading post would be? Maybe here?
He was trying to bait Link Buzz, but he failed miserably. The opponent.
Oh. I thought it was your teammate also got photon cannons and banelings.
No. That would be like next level. I don't know. I'd have to take some lessons.
That's what I said. Everything's being eaten at everything. Trying to figure out, I mean, would you pick the furnace anyway? It's got good bricks. Bricks on it, homie. It looks like they'll stay good because they have that pickle goods, and I completely forgot about it. And I was gonna tell myself I need a favorite, and I didn't. So you're getting -8. You could get -8. 8 and 5, still not good enough. Maybe if you got +3 housing.
My teammate is fucking terrible.
You gotta flex your record. I was not been microing this hearth. this shit built.
Oh my god, this guy is so bad. Holy fuck.
Where am I going over there? I feel like breaking this in kind of gives you a little bit more space.
This guy's so fucking bad. Like, what the fuck? That was disappointing. Minus 15 points. Are you getting on, Will? Are you still trying to figure out your energy levels?
Still chilling.
Energy levels. He's like, I'm low. I'm low on vitamins. I can't game. My vitamins. Barley, you need to get on here. I'll carry you. Oh, Barley. Terran Protoss. Alright, at least this guy's probably not a noob. He has over 700. Terran 1v1 wins. Probably good. Someone's got a potato. Potato rig. Potato. Potato.
Okay.
Potato.
I go to it. Don't understand. I want to go to Stream Manager. To it. There. What? Whose birthday is it? Jay. It says Jay McNasty's birthday's coming up soon. Y'all tracking that?
I don't know what.
Jay
Is that like some
McNasty,
kinda
his
Facebook
birthday?
Something. Is that Facebook?
I'm not sure which alert it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see, how do you do this? Join town.
Oh, this guy's proxying. Shit.
Muted.
Alright, let's go.
Man.
A third going.
I'll get
These.
passive rep instead of bonus production. Right? Did that do it? Firekeeper missing? Are you coming back? Ah! Alright, nobody dead yet. Are y'all drinking on anything tonight?
Got some wine.
What type?
Caps have
Okay.
red wine.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Harpies! Okay, we're going with that supplier undoubtedly now. Alright, what are our perks here? That's just like S tier. Minus hostility. Seems great. Gain artifacts that you have like 400 of. Doesn't seem good. Oh, I'm talking in Discord, hey. Supplier. Planks, flour, water skin. Do I get any like leather in this map? It doesn't look like it. Maybe the big meat might give you leather. If you get like a large meat, you'll probably get leather from there. Flour. Copper, we don't really get copper on this map. I don't know. I actually like the Weaver. I know a lot of people think it's not good. The Ranch is also like the best. Do whatever you want with your fiber tool. Turn it into food. You can turn 2 food into 5 food. How many harpies can I pick up? 2? Oh, it's got to be a reputation point. So through resolve, I got to get them happy, and I can't favor them because I have this holy temple. Then we're doing bonus yields for production for hostility level, and trees are rainbow.
What?
Probably build another house then.
Misclicking on shit. Got
Got our trading post down, so that's something. gonna start generating some blight here. Oh, Harpy's in there too? I forgot. Harpy's pretty good. I'm pretty sure the bats are gonna have those kind of specialization. Or not the bats, the foxes when they come out. How are we gonna play this Petarov? Kind of wanted to see what's in this glade, so that's where I'm going. Get our supplier down. Got our field kitchen down.
13, 14. Okay, this is good.
I thought I was gonna get this branch so that I could change these insects out. Weaver, not bad. Ranch, amazing. You get training gear, but I don't really have any huge source of stone or other things. I pick up some things here. Trading post seems like easy choice. Oh, you get kind of biscuits are kind of useless though. Biscuits kind of useless for me. So I can't favor people. This is gonna be a hard one.
Fucking Christ. Facebook is now injecting video or ads in their video.
Typical. Money grubbing. Zuckerberg.
I'm surprised they didn't put it in back before YouTube came out.
True.
Were there ads on MySpace videos?
I don't know. What I do know though is that they're like removing the Facebook Watch from Chromecast.
I think it's all going down.
Going away.
Yeah, I think all of Facebook Watch is going down.
So now they're putting in ads? Like, that's what's crazy.
Oh, maybe they're gonna come out with a new service? I don't know. That's a good question then.
Yeah. Or maybe they're just grabbing the money while they can.
Hell yeah, sister. Micro that guy out of there. Alright, how many seconds do I have on? I had 4 minutes. I mean, let's see if I can just wait another 4 minutes to get that one. Oh, okay. What is this song about? Okay. I could buy a farm. That's pretty good. I always liked the farm when I was new. I don't know if there's a... I think Marshlands has little farm. I think we have average farms. So you can kind of like zoom in. See, is this guy a farm? Nope. Wait, is that one? No. There, this one's a farm. That one has fertile soil. This one has fertile soil, so 2 fertile soils over here. And this is the one I was cutting into. I feel like I should buy that farm, especially with my humans going on. That would give you a lot of renewable food. Try and focus on getting tier 2 going. Complex
I'm
food.
your queen, bitch.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wanna be a queen?
Your
He can
queen.
be whatever he wants.
It is 2023.
It is.
I'll be worshipped. Either way.
It'll be ridiculed, but it'll be okay.
I said worshipped.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Inaccurate.
Listen, if I'm queen, you better fucking worship me.
scared about
I'll
that.
make it happen.
I mean, everyone just picks the ranch. I feel like I want to go opposite just because everybody picks the ranch. Every night everyone picks the ranch. I have a trade route. We should probably trade for our trade route. That is a nice notification. That was probably one of the coolest things they did. Can I? I can't do votes because I'm not a. What do you call it? But thank you for the follow, Petarov. We'll let that go for a little bit more. Anything really I can get? Meat. Can get some meat, some roots. Roots. Mushrooms. Grain. And roots. What do you want to trade for roots? You have to trade 4 eggs for 1 roots. I don't think that's wise. This guy gives clay. Oh, it can give roots too. Alright, so I need to pop this at the end of the season.
Get wrecked. Power
Maybe
of
like-
the Zerg.
Going into the storm season. I'll just do the double. $9. I think I could do that. The problem with that is gonna be like having the fuel or could probably go with the Weaver then, if I actually wanted to do that.
It's so hard that game. Oh, the pasting.
If I went with the Weaver, I might be able to get the cloth needed to finish those 3 events. You'd probably have to break this one, break this one, and break this one. And then what would you get? This one's
Oh shit,
pretty
120
easy.
APM?
This one would be instant complete. I'd get Explorer Lodge. What does Crown Chronicles do? If you salvage a ruin, you get 1 global resolve.
Alright.
I like the idea of that one.
What is Barley doing?
Playing Sons of the Forest.
You're supposed to be letting me carry you in StarCraft. Come on now.
It's time to pwn, Barley.
What about Will? Will, you still sleeping?
$50 shrooms. This seems like a better
Sleeping?
item.
Sleepy Will?
So I would rank them probably in rewards.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's not horrible. Brawling and Weaver. Get some tools. I'd say this is probably the best reward. 8 human houses. You'd use 5 of them at least. I think this one is just better than this reward. You don't need to rush some danger glades. Now, of course, you don't
Oculus are
know.
So fun.
This one with 3.
They just run in and don't die. It's so good.
Is that the Protoss Air Oculus?
No, Ultralisk. Zerg.
Ultra.
Giant ground unit. Again, has 8 armor.
I guess I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. Yeah, I thought you said a different thing.
You try to go carriers, but you would think carriers counters Ultralisk because it's air and like Ultralisk don't shoot air, but they just die too slow.
Armor, yeah. Armor's too high on them.
It's just like, well, all your shit's dead. Like, I don't know. I mean, you did counter it, but
My oil dies faster than your oil can kill it. Year of Dogs. Take it away, take it away, take it away now. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and decide on this order. It's just a better order reward, I feel. I mean, you just build the houses and then you destroy them. We did that last game. I mean, these orders are pretty tough, not gonna lie. But they do have a look what seems like increased rewards.
do you
So I
have a
don't
group of people you play with, Barley, or is there like a server you play on, or
I've got a server.
your own server? It's the Barley server?
That's what it is.
Hell yeah, brother. Alright, what are you going to use this fiber on? You going to use it on the Weaver? You're going to use it on food. I only get one more choice. Anything trade? No tradable stuff. How do I get a tool? That's so weird. Like 8? A 1? Just one random tool? That's so weird. Probably knock one guy out from there. What do you want to do here?
Is this gonna finish in time? Oh.
When's my next order up? 10 minutes? Go ahead and not. Oh, we want to wait until we want to wait 4 more minutes until like the storm comes.
Really? Double fucking Zerg? It's the worst.
Would double random be worse than double Zerg?
I mean, double Zerg sucks. For Terran. Or double Terran, but...
I get so much. That's weird. So you start with 5. Comfortable? Why are they comfortable? I don't understand how they're comfortable. Like, why do they have so much bonus? Why? I don't know. I'm so confused.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Could it fuck? He's wrong.
I mean, the ranch is so good, though. Like, you have all this fiber. That's so much food. That was probably the wrong choice.
Are you fucking kidding me? This dude.
Little puppy.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yes, get fucking wrecked.
Settle down, guy. I really like the packs of provisions. Where else can you get them?
Okay, that did not do super well. Oh, shit.
The manufacturing. Manufacturing is really good too. So
What
what
the
is the
fuck?
manufacturing again?
That was not successful at all.
Training gear, which I have 1 tier. Pigment, which I have none. And provisions, which I have none. Oh, they reset.
fucking ally misclicked and killed my fucking tank.
So you can do friendly fire? Or is it tank v tank? You can, right?
I just lost this motherfucker.
So I think this is probably my better choice. I guess my provisions, which I really like. Flour is 2. Barrels with dew. That just seems good.
My ally did not do what he needed to do. Well,
Woohoo!
where
We're
the fuck is
burping.
Will? Being lame.
Where's Willie B?
Where's Monsieur Defoe?
What do you want? Ah,
Want to know where you are?
You already. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm here.
You don't know. He doesn't know, guys. He's
I
lost.
don't know where I am.
Can you send a pin on a map, please?
Get me out of here.
Wild.
This is Wildin' Out with Willie.
It's a wild man.
Organizing my inventory, you know. Classic Tarkov.
Dude, you've been doing that for like 3 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And it's been great. Cathartic.
It's not winning. You're not winning.
Cathartic.
Oh, that's how. It's because of that comfortable bonus. That's how comfortable is. It's the sitting in a building you like.
3 hours.
3 hours. StarCraft?
I mean, you don't. I have to wake up so I can do some stuff and then play Diablo. So, you know,
No, that made no sense to me.
you gotta think about what the priorities are here.
Still not making sense.
Fuck
I don't have
it,
time
just
to do everything.
Get money.
You're organizing your inventory
Yeah, just
for 3 hours.
Yeah, super important.
See, I
No,
thought that was a
don't
crit.
you know?
No.
Harpy's only crit on the purple stuff.
It's like
Make
rotating
sense.
items in
Alchemy.
your inventory.
Oh, it's a lot of items.
What is
Weird
this
kind of
missing?
people.
Wood? Fabric.
Plus,
Cool.
I wanted to go in there. That's right. Trying to get this reputation. How much? 0.3. So 33 times 0.3 would be 1. You know, I don't think this is working out, Harpy. I think you're gonna improve my settlement infinitely by sitting your butt in there. This is the gathering, right? Oh, hostility gives you bonus shields from any production. Okay, so we're super low on planks, right? what's our negative gonna be at here? Not bad. Look at this guy. He's going for that shit. It's like, yo, I got it. Need some more Council of Elders and Forest Guardians. Does this do anything for my trade? Yeah, cost of trade routes increases by 2, so we're not going to do it during the storm. It just changed, so it'll stay for a little bit. Oh, it's not built. I thought it was built. Whatever. We're fine. We're cool. Alright, so now we're ready to pop it open. We're gonna open our first glade! So happy! My goodness! Excuse me. Herb node large, Fert Stoil, and a Forsaken Cripe. Oh, Cripe. Yeah, I don't have anything to make it for this. I don't think I can actually make any of those goods. It's gonna be kind of ridiculous to buy it as well.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna do barbarian unless someone else. Well, I don't know. I think
It matters. You have to do what you want.
Yeah.
Also, like, the beta is a good time to just try anything.
Sure. But I don't have as much time as I would like, you know.
Doesn't really matter, but okay.
Well, I wish I could like play all 4 days and just like play a new one each day, you know. But instead,
Are you working this weekend at the weed shop?
brewery mostly.
So is that the same business?
No, no, two different. But they're about in the same location. They're basically in the same location. Yeah, I'm closing tomorrow and... Actually, am I closing tomorrow?
What the fuck? Why does my dude not have anything? Ah.
I am not closing tomorrow. Thanks. I could get home around like 9. Yeah, I could get home at like 7:30. Probably that.
tough. I mean, there's nothing really that's gonna help me here. 2 packs for 10. I feel like you need to re-roll again. They're just so bad. Okay, this one's fine.
There's a lake in my bed where you lay and you said, I don't know.
You know, still watching Maria's. Ooh, I did not see that coming.
With your,
I'm just chilling, man.
but really, I want to be cathartic. Yes.
Mhm.
So weak.
Listen, it's fucking 2 hours ahead over here.
Well, I mean, you've been trying to gauge your energy level for 2 hours, so.
You're not gonna win, Will.
Fine.
These are important calculations, guys.
I was just stating a fact. I want. So are we all gonna
Oil?
be playing online together on that Diablo, or how does that work?
Good question. I think you can take so many people, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'll be in the Discord when I start playing. So I'm gonna play, but like from the beginning, but I'll probably have to like do work in between certain things and stuff. So
But no phone calls, though, right? No, you can't do any phone calls then.
I'm gonna do phone calls.
Mm-mm.
But I don't have any scheduled calls, so that's good.
As long as
think
you're not
they'll have
calling people on the
hardcore.
phone.
I think they'll have hardcore in the beta.
I guess I just check right now.
How do you check? Are you able to open the game? I can't open mine. Or maybe I need to go in the folder and hit the executable.
Diablo 4 will have both hard mode and hardcore mode, but I don't know if it's in the beta. It looks like hardcore was in the beta as of March 17th, but I don't know if it's going to be in this. Well, I don't know. Is this closed beta or this promo beta, I guess?
This is KFC / pre-order beta.
Yeah, I'll call this promotional beta.
You go get a double stack or whatever it is, and get you a free beta code down at KFC.
Down there at KFC. Did they come out with like a collector's edition that gives you like some type of figurine?
No. The only thing that I saw was if you got the biggest one, you had like 20 levels of battle pass skip.
Yeah. I went ahead and got it because I figure I will definitely play the first season, so.
Cool.
it also like the top 2 tiers give you like early release. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't value it that high for myself.
I figure this is probably the last Blizzard game I'm gonna buy, so.
Why is that?
Because they've been going downhill. But maybe this will be good.
But you didn't play Lost Ark.
I played a little bit, didn't I? I got to like level something.
So you didn't get to the end game in Lost Ark.
I know you guys played for a while.
Me and Amatsu. And then Amatsu left like after a month and a half, probably 6-7 weeks. Then I played pretty hardcore until the end of July, start of August. Anything I want to give up, really? Like, what does it give you? Maybe give up some crystallized dues? Ooh, one over.
What do you want, Devo?
Yeah, right? Those freaking dogs, always.
How old is your pup now?
It's about 18 months. October it turns 2 years.
Grown little pup. Teenager doggy.
Still don't know nothing. Tara and I have not trained him well. Mainly me. She's kind of not too fond of him now that we have a baby. Like, because he wants to get into everything.
Dogs for you. I got lucky that the first 6 months I had this one, we were in like COVID, and work was pretty light, so I was able to keep a really good training regime with him.
Yeah, I mean, we did a
Stayed
good
up
bit
a
of
lot.
training, but he doesn't care. Just I think the Bichon Freeze personality.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got lucky. Like I had like, you know, 2 of the smartest breeds. He was naturally very smart. But now he's like on another level. You'll like you can just talk to him, and he'll listen to you. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
just
really
talk to him
good.
like a normal person. Like go over there. He's like, all right.
Yeah, ours is like really food oriented, so if it
Oh, that's
doesn't
the
have
best.
food around, then he won't do stuff so much. Like,
If he's food oriented though, you can definitely train him to do shit. 'Cause that's usually the hardest part with smaller breeds like that. Is they're just like, fuck your food, like I'm doing what I want. But if he's food oriented,
yeah, he is.
have you tried clicker training?
We have one. I have not really figured out what I'm doing with it, so no, I'll say no.
so I can help you with it. So the way you start is for a couple of days, for maybe 10 minutes a day. You literally just throw a treat on the floor, and when he eats it, you click. And just do that for like 2 or 3 days, right? And then start working on a command, and every time he does it right, you click, and then you give him the food. And so what's good about it is eventually you can just click, and you don't have to give him the food. Or you can start spacing it out more. So like when he gets 3 right in a row, then you give him a piece of food. And it'll make him concentrate on trying to do more complex things. Because sometimes he won't get rewarded, but he'll get the click, so he knows that he did it right. Right? And so then when he realizes like, oh, if I do 2 or 3 things right, I get a piece of food. That's how you'll start to get him to just listen. Because in his mind, it's like, well, if I do enough right things, I'm gonna get some food.
If I do enough right things, I want to get some food.
But the idea is to mark the click to the food. And that's why at first you don't even give him a command. It's literally just like, throw a piece of food, he goes and eats it, you click when he eats it, and he's like, that's weird, you're clicking. But it totally works. It works really good. I started with clicker, and then I moved to e-collar. So then I marked the clicker to the e-collar. Which is kind of a weird thing because you use it as a deterrent, but as long as you mark it to food, then in his mind, it's like, okay, I did something wrong, but I'm about to get fed. So he'll come straight back to get his treat. You know what I mean?
No, so I would think you'd mark like positive reinforcement, but you're saying you'd mark the shock on the e-collar?
Yeah. So, because what you want is him to recognize that the e-collar is good. Right? So then he tries to think about it as like, okay, well, what did I do right? But it's totally like a mind fuck for him, right? Because as I mark the e-collar to food, then I'm really training just recall, right? So the idea is I give you a pulse, and you run back to me for your food. Like, you don't know what you did right. He doesn't know, really, he did something wrong. See?
That is weird. Okay, yeah.
But he took to it really good. Like, when I put the e-collar on him, he gets so excited, which doesn't make any sense, right? It's a shock collar.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you ever want like some advice, or even I can get you better advice than my advice, from my neighbors, and they can tell you like breed specific stuff and that kind of thing. But really, I think clicker training, like if he's food oriented, it should be pretty easy, man. Like once you mark the foods, you'll have him doing all sorts of shit. The good thing about the clicker is that you're able to then mark the good behavior exactly when it happens, which helps him to understand what he did right. Because first of all, good boy typically gets tainted because you're going to say that a lot for not necessarily the same thing, right? So with a click, it's very much like, you did that right, you get a treat. And you need to do it a treat every time for months. Like, don't try to wean him back at first. Like, you're more concerned with getting the right reaction consistently, right? Like, you might take him off of the treats after like 6 months or something, slowly. But what's good about it is, so like, you know, you tell him to sit. As soon as that butt hits the ground, it's click, and so then he knows like that's what you wanted. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, to market.
But like I said, if he's food oriented, he'll be all about it. He's just gonna be like, and the funny thing is that a lot of times they'll get smart on you. So once they realize you're playing the game, they'll just start like sitting or shaking, like what they'll do like all the commands. They're just like, I don't know, it's one of these, like give me a treat. It's so funny. Yeah, I think the one that took the longest was Stay. Stay was tough. Mostly because he had a short attention span as a puppy, so he would just like, he'd be doing it and then he'd be like, oh, and just like walk off.
Oh no. Okay.
But I got him to the point where he can stay for, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I can walk out of the room and back into the room and out of the room. I can't remember what you said. You said that he does not like other dogs, or is he better about it?
He does not like other dogs that are bigger than him. He likes other dogs that are his size or smaller, usually, because he wants to be the one that fucks them up.
Gotcha. He's like alpha dog.
Yeah, alpha. That's.
Well, that's an alpha mindset.
I think we took him to the park when he was small, and there were bigger dogs that jumped on him, and he did not like it.
Traumatized.
Yeah, I think that's what I think. I mean, who knows, really?
It's
But
possible. When did you not take him back? Because that would be what would.
I mean, we do take him back sometimes,
No,
but then he gets
like,
scared.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough now that he's older.
I'd say
Maybe,
like he probably had a month away from the dog park.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Did not take him back the next day or two. He was like pooped.
Poor guy. Yeah. Some dog parks have small dog areas.
I mean,
You've
they
seen that?
did. It's just there was like
They're
a
still
pit
bigger.
bull puppy, and he was like 40 pounds. It looked like, and he's like,
Oh.
this puppy
Oh,
likes to
sucked
play
up.
with bigger dogs, so he knows what to do. And then he just like rolled Augie over, dominated him instantly. Like, oh, we're playing. Look at us play.
Yeah. He's like, oh, pit bull. Hey.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a bummer. They shouldn't bring that dog there. It's like if your dog likes to play with big dogs, go to the big dog park. I mean, it's funny, Debo, he had a few tussles early on, but his default position is he'd scream like a bitch and get on his back. All the other dogs, like, their heads back up, they're like, oh shit. He hurt?
Yeah, this dog kept coming at him for this one attack.
That sucks.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just
Well, the
pick
owner
him
should
up
been on
now.
top of that. Their owner. I would have called him an asshole. Or her. I don't know. I don't like that when people, like, it's like, hey, look, like, if your dog doesn't socialize well, like, that's your problem. Then your dog can't play with all the other dogs, you know? I mean, if it's gonna, it's one thing if it's just gonna be, like, yapping and, like, get away from you and growl and shit. That's totally whatever. Just dog behavior. And if they don't want to socialize, then they stay to themselves. They can walk to the dog park and whatnot. But it's when they fucking attack the other dogs and shit that Can't have that. Yeah, actually, it was a pit bull also that got Debo, but it was a full grown, like big ass fucking pit bull.
Oh, okay. A different size, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, getting him off of Debo, the owner, I mean, it was a pretty big lift. And Debo submitted, and yeah, I think it was the same way because the dog was pissed, or not pissed, but the dog was not like, it didn't care that he submitted. It was just like, I'm winning even more.
Jeez. This is a really good event.
Luckily, I think that only happened twice, and one time was much less of a big deal. There was one scary moment we had. We were hiking in the woods, and these two women with like giant, all white wolf dogs, like half wolf. Like they were like, their shoulder height was like 3 feet tall or something. It was insane. They're huge. And they saw Debo and they start coming up. And the lady's like running. She's like, hey, hey. And I'm like, oh shit. And they ended up tying him up. And when we walked by, like the one was like real angry. And she said that for some reason, like the male, so they had a male and a female, and the male will just attack any dog with nuts. Like if they're fixed, he's fine.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, and so Debo wasn't fixed yet, so he was, yeah.
Prime
he was like
meat.
a little nugget. Like, yeah. Oh man, these dogs were big, and they were beautiful, but they were fucking not normal. They were clearly wolf dogs. That was a scary moment. Just because there wasn't shit I could do against that dog, you know?
You could pick your dog up? I don't know. What do you do at that point?
Stick your finger up the other dog's butthole.
Oh, yeah. We didn't think of that.
Does that make him just run away?
Yeah, it's horrible for him, apparently. I mean, if it's your dog, dying or living, and that's what you got to do.
The old keister greaser.
Be really uncomfortable, sir. It's downright gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Or go for the eyes, thumbs.
I mean, now he's big enough that like if there's a dog that is actually bigger than him, it's unlikely that it's going to chase him down. There's probably a couple breeds, but most of them are bigger and slower.
But are they stronger, faster?
I mean, Devo's a lover, not a fighter, so he'll just be like, I don't understand why you're so mean.
That's how my Nelly is too. I don't know. Dude. Even when she gets mad at me, it's like fake bites. It's like, she gets real ferocious.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, she's your dog. She's not gonna fight you.
It's also a blue heeler and Australian Shepherd mix. Very vocal.
Oh yeah, that's cute. She likes to sing.
Oh, that's the vid. I've seen a few of those videos.
What's the what?
That's
Can
the
she
dog
sing?
that sings in the videos.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Can you get her to like do? She's like, it's
Oh,
like when they.
yeah, every time she sees me, it's she'll start like huskying it up, man. It's weird.
Yeah. It's cute.
Yep.
How old's your pup?
She is 8 in March.
Oh wow. She knows. She's the boss bitch.
Oh, boss bitch? Never heard a dog referred to as a boss bitch. This is the first.
She's very like, you know.
Well, she's not
Bitchy?
not. Oh yeah, she's definitely a bitch. All healers are bitches.
I like healers. They're cool.
Oh, I do too. They're just bitchy.
They're bitchy. They're bitchy
Yeah, they
bitches.
got, like, my neighbor, it has to have. It's a mud, but it's gotta have some. It's like healer mixed with like probably like
Bastia.
what's that one dog that it's like black and white. It's a sheepdog.
Oh, I'm in trouble. I have not built that
I
thing.
don't know what it is. But it's
I
kind
don't know.
anyway, another herder. But yeah, she's interesting. But
I am
she's
in
so sweet. you
deep
know?
trouble.
Like once you're in, like, yeah. If she doesn't know you, oh my shit.
Do, 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 do.
What do you do with your dog when you travel?
Me? No, she doesn't live with me. It's my mother.
Your dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't have a dog in the first house that I moved into, so she just stayed there. And now it's just not convenient to. It's not gonna do that to her. At this point.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Well, that makes that easy. That's one of my bigger issues with Devo is, like, I'm going on a big trip in November, and like, thankfully my parents are cool, so they like volunteered to just come out here and stay at my house while I'm gone.
They're gonna Evo it up.
Say what?
They're gonna Evo it up.
Yeah, oh, they're excited. I mean, they'll get to get out of the house and travel a bit, like get to see New Mexico, and they'll get to hang out with Devo. They really like him. Yeah, he's very likable. He's chill. And they don't have a dog, so. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, like, I could probably get away with a couple days with my neighbor, but I don't know what I would do otherwise. I don't think he would. I believe that he would hold a grudge for a long time, if not be permanently traumatized, if I took him to a kennel for like a week.
Yeah, you don't want to do that shit, especially if they're a super intelligent dog, because they're just gonna, like you said, man, dogs want to hold something against you, they will.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You took me to that place? Like, is
Like,
that
see,
me?"
see what I do, see what you did.
I mean, he gets fucking crazy in like, I mean, even 12 hours, you know. Yeah, poor guy. I don't know. What's good is he is pretty good by himself, so like I could pay someone to just come over to my house and feed him. He would be fine, you know, let him out twice a day. Like, that's all he really has to have.
Bricks, all white
He'd be
bricks.
bored, but he would have space.
Maybe if I just build these, right?
Pay $50 a day or some shit, though. I assume.
Oh, fuck, man. I am in deep. I'm gonna lose 3 people. There's no way I'm going to keep
Do
these
you just
people
take
around.
yours with you if you go to Atlanta?
I haven't actually traveled yet with him, other than like a day trip.
I got you. How do you do on a day trip? Did you hold it?
Yeah, he held it, and then he's like really scared of the beach, so it wasn't a great trip all in all.
Scared of the beach. You gotta use that food to your advantage. I tricked. Steve-O was scared for so long of the water, and I tricked him basically to get close enough that I could just boop him in, and then he learned to swim. And then I would play fetch and throw it like just barely in the water, right? And then a little bit more, and a little bit more, and eventually, I mean, now you throw a stick in the lake, he's gone. He'll swim all the way out there, get it, bring it back.
That sounds great.
Devo's been fun to me because it's all like, dog psychology is fun and very basic, and you just like, you know, you just gotta trick them. It's really just how much time you want to spend, you know.
Trickery is all it is.
My old neighbor had his train to fucking get beers out of the fridge. I kid you not. And it would close the fridge. He said that was the hardest part.
Get bricks.
I got
man.
this one client that runs a part manufacturing company in El Paso, and he's an older guy,
just
like
gotta-
early 60s, and he's single, so like his thing is
3 bricks. That's not
dog
enough.
diving. Dog diving competitions. He goes all over the country. Like, he's a rich guy. And yeah, and then like the dogs compete. They see like how deep they can go in a certain amount of time. It's pretty cool.
I mean, we're not going to get this complete, so we're just going to lose our people. That's already done. So we're going to go ahead and lower or raise these up so I can at least complete this order. We're not going to get this. We're going to lose 3 people, so may as well complete our order.
When's the next time you're going to Atlanta?
I honestly don't know when I'm going to Atlanta again.
You want to go for Memorial Day?
I'd say I want to. I don't know if I'm gonna get the opportunity to. I guess I could telework, right? So could.
I assume you have vacation days.
Yeah. So they're getting rid of servers like that are on bases and transitioning to the Army to Microsoft's cloud. And a lot of our tools, because they're in Microsoft Access, for my accounting division, like, they don't work anymore because it's in the cloud and a database can't be in 10 places at the same time.
Right. So what, they're transitioning into like what is it?
It's
Power BI and like something else?
well, they aren't really doing anything. They, being the transition team, said we need a developer. Me not wanting to sit on my hands for the next foreseeable future and have all the Army Reserve is not get paid, has started learning all these Power Apps and Power BI myself.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what has to happen, right? I mean,
It's that or the
basically,
mission fails, yeah.
You're gonna have to like create templates to convert, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then I'm
Then you
finding
can
like
feed
all
the
these
data into it.
all these like tutorials on Microsoft, like these things aren't on the Army tenant, so I'm more fucked now.
You can
Because
probably
it's
ask them
tutorial.
for it though.
Yes,
They'll
and
probably
then
give it to you.
they wouldn't even let the transition team have like some of the tools they wanted to try and like identify critical features. So I can ask the people, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna say yes to what I request.
What you could also ask for is, like, what do you need, like E3 basically, or something like that? Or that's probably G or A3 or whatever for your government, but like, do you know what license that you need?
So, like, I mean, just for the migrations team, they were just trying to get software installed that wasn't supported by Microsoft anymore because it was old software from the
No,
time
I mean
when.
for you to fuck with like Power Apps and Power BI.
So I have Power Apps, and we have those licenses. but I can't run office scripts in these Power Automate flows. So I'm trying to do it like using the stupid low code no code thing, and it's taken me like 4 days to get files, just Excel files, into a list so that I could do it automatically and not have to copy paste them every time. And even still,
Talk to Nick.
it's taken me
He
like
is
10
basically
minutes.
doing the same shit as you for private
Okay.
companies.
Well, that's the problem, because the Army tenant is behind private, like 3M and those guys.
Well, but I think just more, you guys might be able to collaborate on like some of the maybe tactics, strategy, because I don't think it's the exact same thing, right? Like he's moving stuff from like Oracle to SAP, but basically it's also trying to identify how to ingest the data from one system and put it into another, which is similar to what you're doing, right?
Oh, so the data isn't the problem, it's the logic of the tools that like manipulated the data, did the checks and balances, let you figure out like, oh, these people are trying to use money for a casino when they should be using this money for an airplane, or they using fuel money to book a hotel. You can't do that. So you have to identify these
But can't you just
inappropriate
build the
use of
database,
funds.
like in Power Apps first, and then put all those extra like reporting, basically scripting, into it after? Because the goal is to get the data in there. I mean, it doesn't have to be live.
No,
but needs to
it
be-
does need to be live. That's the problem.
I mean, yeah, I guess, is there an acceptable amount of lack of oversight for a period of time during migration?
So, at least right now, our business process is every 2 weeks, people get new funding.
Okay.
So, at least right now, we're running still on our internal shared drive, like, and then I'm working on building tools from scratch. And a lot of my time is asking people that don't actually know shit.
And you're
They're
direct with
literally,
the government now?
they're literally like a copy paste machine. Yeah, I'm working directly for the Army Reserves now as a civilian.
So you're
Yeah,
not an enlisted serviceman?
No, I do not want to hurt my body.
He's in the best possible place. He's getting paid where the check's always cash. Like if his check's don't cash.
Not if this tool doesn't work anymore. Then the Army Reservists aren't getting paid.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, I mean, so your supervisor is in charge of what?
I mean, I don't know. What do you mean, my supervisor?
Like, what's his, like, whoever is above you is, or are you like, you answer to like finance people and you're just like, look, or like, what is the hierarchy of your position? Like, are you on a team, or?
So there's the colonel, the chief of staff of the Army Reserves, and then there's the colonels that are in each directorate. So our directorate is the G8, and then under that colonel is a deputy, and that's a civilian position. And then under that civilian is my boss, and my boss is a lieutenant colonel.
Gotcha. And so this database is just one of many things that they have to deal with, I guess? Or are they
Overall,
like,
for
is
the
your
Army
boss
Reserves.
specialized with? Okay. Yeah.
Well, this one database like pays the soldiers. It figures out how much money we need to give. Like there's program directors that direct the flow of money, because like they all oversee certain programs like sexual harassment, travel, air fuel, different programs, and then they get the requirements from each of the Army Reserve commands below us, like how much money they need, or if they don't need any more money for the year, they can turn a few $100,000 in, and then they submit those Excel sheets to us, and then we take those Excel sheets and make a master table, and then based on that master table, we go into the government funding system to go ahead and do those documents so that the money changes pockets.
And then goes to like HR and all that shit. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty huge. I mean, you do need a developer, really.
Yep, that's
But
me.
It's a little late. Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, well, I guess like I'm saying, we need one, but I am that developer.
I got you. Well, you're on the right track. I mean, you can not easily, but I'm sure if you haven't already, you'll be able to figure out how to get the data to live in a Power App. But it's getting all the flows and everything the way that you want it to follow all the rules that you need. That will be more difficult because I have a very rudimentary understanding. So like I know what it can do, but I don't know how it does it. I know that there's a lot more of like what you were talking about, like the flow, like low level scripting where it's like smart scripting or whatever the fuck. Which like for basic shit is fine, but I'm sure you have like, I mean, you're dealing with a lot more data, let's put it that way, than a small business.
I think our data's not that much, but it is important data.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. So like in Power Apps, are you able to like how does it work? Like the way Nick explained to me, he was going off one day. He's like, "We learned this shit. Like we're fucking gold." Like, but
Okay.
no, seriously,
Yeah.
like I guess access. So the old Microsoft flavor, right, is access. Well, you said it's in access, so you already know. So you're dealing with access. So with Excel, it's like cloud-based sheets that are all connected, right? Instead of like a database file. It's just like the sheets talk to each other.
It's a
Accurate,
collaborative
or-
sheet, so you can like work with it at the same time. So your
and
changes
you
on
can
your
link it to
computer.
other sheets. So is what makes it powerful, right? Because you can access things on your sheet that are real time to another sheet.
I think you'd have to refresh the data connections. I don't think the links to other sheet are real time in Excel. No.
Okay.
Either that sheet has to be, you have to have it open as well, like on your computer, or you have to click the refresh button on your sheet.
I mean, my understanding though is with Power Apps, you could basically make a collection of Excel files work like a database. And they all talk to each other. But
I don't know
if that's
about
true,
that.
but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning. Actually, now that you're asking, like, I'm gonna ask some of the people that are a little deeper in 365 in my company. I'm just curious, you know.
So usually what I've seen for data sources, like I guess you could have an Excel file as a data source, you're right. A lot of times they're going to be either a SharePoint list, SQL Server, Oracle Server, like for your enterprise applications. And then there's another thing called Dataverse, which is kind of like a SQL Lite is the best way I could explain it. I haven't got into Dataverse because our Dataverse isn't actually connected to our tenant. Like we only have Dataverse for Teams, which is SQLite Lite.
See, I think the way Nick's using it is, so what he does is creates several templates, and then he has like a master sheet that puts it references whatever input you put into the template, and then adds it to the master sheet. And so for because what in his situation, like for example, you have like an order, right? And the order has like X amount of fields, right? And when you read it in the current Oracle database, like it spits out like this. And you have to clean it up because you need to get like rid of these commas or like whatever. And sometimes it cuts off a piece. And so like there's all these nuances to the way the data comes out of Oracle, for example. And then you build basically the template is like a script. It's going to say like, take all the data that comes into these cells and then do this to it. And then it ships it off to the next sheet that then compiles that into basically what is an import into SAP, right? So then they can take that sheet and be like, boom, and then theoretically, all the data that's in the new data in the SAP databases is just live and ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That's a lot of steps, but yeah.
Well, I think he's working on a team of like 6, and I forget what the company did. Something like with like paint chemicals or some shit. But they're like
Sniffing paint over there.
And, but again, it's at the end of the day, it's just like a bunch of it's a database with like a bunch of zip codes and like quantities and weight and whatever, shipping costs, and it just all needs to get into the new system. But see, where your thing is different is you also have to create the new system, which I don't know who thought that was gonna like just magically work out.
Big army.
Yeah, I mean it's like, really the solution is to not move, like to create a specific circumstance for that database, and then punt this down the road 3 years and get a developer if it's really that important.
Yeah.
Right?
So they had been working on this for like 2 years, and this is like our second Microsoft Cloud tenant. So they had been working on this since, I guess.
But they can still do all of what they're trying to do, with the exception of they can't move Access databases into the cloud without a significant development project or a migration to a tailored solution that already exists, right? Like that.
Yeah, I mean that's right. But my leadership, like Big Army, doesn't see that.
That's crazy.
Cyber Command, that's who we'd have to get
like,
exceptions from.
Yeah, but you would think they would know, like, what they want. Because, like, realistically, the way it's going to get done is there will be some amount of lost oversight in as they're going over it. Whether it's permanent or not, like, whether it's something that's like, well, we got 80% the way there, and then we're going to finish the 20%, or if it's just like, well, we have to accept that now we have to do these processes manually forever, or whatever, I
mean, yeah, that might be it. We might have to do Control-C, Control-V for like 3 days to get out the pay on the 15th of whatever month.
Yeah. Well, and that's tolerable. The issue is when it becomes like, okay, this is how it's going to be forever. Well, that's interesting. I'm glad to know more about what's going on in your world.
Yeah, thanks for being a rubber duck.
Say what?
Oh, here, I'll link it in Discord.
Did you say rubber duck?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, you're welcome. I hope that was not a bad thing. Where my companies are running into issues is we've been pushing 365, and like we're having a real hard time supporting it and finding out like we deployed it not optimally, and like it's just like it's not. I mean, it's been very painful. Let's just put it that way.
like people are wanting more features in their 365, or how? What?
Well, the latest thing was, um, like our antivirus released a patch like at the same time Microsoft released a patch or something, or at least that's what they tell me. Which I mean, I think it's probably kind of bullshit. And they just like fucked some shit up really bad. I didn't know until then they patched it, and it was like, yeah, you fucked this up. But anyway, there were some security patches, and all of a sudden, all of our clients like could not log into Microsoft. You know, no matter how many times, and they had the right password, like it just would not let them log in. And they eventually fixed it, but it was definitely something we did, you know, and that was the most painful thing that's happened recently. But a lot of it has been more on, I don't know, the best way to describe it is just like random weird shit happening with permissions. But I think again, it's just like not set up the right way, and so then what happens is like you have level 1 technicians taking like a phone call and trying like 3 people doing the same function differently, and then once you get like 3 or 4 layers deep in that, like something conflicts with something else because you didn't do it the consistent way, and now there's a problem, and then it takes somebody who really understands it to go back and like really look at what's happening and find out like why is this one weird thing happening when you can't print to this printer, or it keeps, you know, bringing up like old printers, or I don't know, it's just like a bunch of random shit. I mean, I only get it from like when people are telling me they've been having a problem like for a long time, and they keep submitting tickets, and like people fix it, quote unquote, and then it like comes back. You know what I mean?
Okay, I think so.
And so then they call me and they're like, "Yo, like I've been dealing with this for like 1.5 months. Like, what do I pay you for?" And I'm like, "Okay." And then we go look at it, and it's like, "Oh, we fucked it up. Like, had we spent 2 hours to research this at the beginning, we would have saved ourselves 10." Because not like we didn't spend the time. Like all of those tickets got resolved. They took time, but they got resolved wrong because they didn't address the actual issue. You know? I don't know. My
Band-Aid.
job's been pretty stressful. Yeah, it's been like we've been band-aiding so long that like now it's like a nightmare. You know, it's like we're just like walking through landmines. It's not my fault. Like all the customers love me. They're just like,
Oh,
"Ryan,
you
what
think
is going on
so,
with
huh?
I mean, I wouldn't say they all love me, but I have pretty good relationships with most of the clients, which is my function, and that's the whole point. I'm supposed to, you know. I don't know. It's been stressful. On the plus side, when I was starting to feel real down about it, gosh, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, like I had a buddy of mine who was actually firing us, right?
Okay.
And you know, I was expressing my dissatisfaction with the situation, you know, because like we fucked up, and I would fire us too if I was him, and like him and I are friends, you know. And he offered me well, he basically was just like, "Dude, like you crush it, like you need a job, like we'll make it work," you know. He's like, "You would do super well here." Actually, at first, what he offered, he was like, "Hey, he's like, I need IT work. Like, if you want to come over here and build an IT company, like, I'll back you. And like, I have connections. I'll back you monetarily. Blah blah blah." Then I think his wife slapped him because like a few days later, he's like, "So temporary moment of weakness. I don't want to open a new company." You know? But he basically was just like, you know, like however he can help me, which was nice because it's been very stressful at work, and definitely something that's brought up like thinking about, well, if this doesn't work out or goes south, like what do I do next? You know, and those are
Okay.
not fun thoughts to have, but you have to
No.
have them. You know,
Yeah.
and so it was nice to know that there's, you know, something there, and not that I need to take that, but it was just encouraging, you know.
See?
We've had like, so our company's like 30 people. We've had like 5 people quit in the last 2 months, and
Well, you're at Kosh, no? Or what?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, gosh, yeah. So we have like 30 employees. We had 5 quit in like the last 2 months, and 3 of them had been here for like over 5 years, you know. And it just so happened that also like we were kind of coming to a head with some of our backlog. Like we had stuff that we let get backlogged so long that people were upset, and it kind of all happened at once. Like one person was upset, then like 2 people were upset, then like 4 people were upset.
Might lose this.
And then all these people left at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just been very stressful from that standpoint. I mean, on the positive side, like the CEO is now very engaged, which I mean, realistically, in my opinion, should have been engaged the whole time. But at least they're doing something. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but
Don't know what the fuck they're doing up there. What, I forgot that guy's name we went to watch the Super Bowl with.
yeah, which Super Bowl?
2017, I guess.
2017.
We
Oh,
went
Court.
out to the golf course. The golf
Yeah,
court.
Court. That's my boss. Yeah. Or he was my boss, actually. They just technically fired him from that and moved him to something. They demoted him. But he's happy about it. He's like, fuck that, I don't want to do shit. So I pay you.
All right.
I mean, he's good at what he does. He doesn't want to manage people. He just wants to grind, you know, which I get. Like, that's why you hire a CEO. Yeah, and that's been for the last like 3 or 4 months. It's been very high stress at my job, unfortunately. So I've been drinking too much.
Yeah, I just got in back from my like 3 month sleep deprivation drill with the baby, and then come January I got spun up on everything that happened during those 3 months, which was pretty quiet, and then we got thrown into hey, access doesn't work on SharePoint Online.
2 years in, right? They're like, oh, we just realized. I mean, they should just spin up a VM in Azure and run the Access database.
I mean, that's what everything is. It's I guess in Azure. I don't know.
I mean, they should just make a dedicated VM for the Access database instead of trying to move it into SharePoint Online.
Yeah, that's what we have right now is a bunch of virtual machines.
Oh, okay, it's already that way.
Yeah, that's what it currently is, but don't know why Big Army wanted it the other way, but they did.
Probably because some Microsoft salesman was fucking sucking their dick. It was like, yo, this is gonna be great. Don't worry. It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, right?
Right? And then whoever the fucking procurement person was like, well, you can't technically buy me anything, you know. Government is fucking fucked up. I mean, not every aspect of it, but I deal with local governments, and like, they're really good people, but like, it's not like most people think it is.
How did
But you deal with big armies, so I don't even know. That's like another level of
how
the
did my
machine.
shit just turn around?
So like, do do you get protected by big army as a civilian that works for the army in a situation where the army is like doing shit? I guess.
I don't think so. I can't think of a way they would. Whew, we are not going to have many people here. I guess I'm just going to have to start over. This was a big mistake trying to build those buildings and then continuing to produce
Have you been learning
my.
power apps and stuff like mostly on YouTube, or what do you use to learn?
So the Cybercom blocks YouTube from us using it in the building. So I have to use my personal computer to look at stuff.
Well, like, what do you what kind of material are you using to learn?
Just Google searches that like because I can't really use YouTube much because it
Okay.
doesn't work.
Do you have to go into the office every day now, or how does it work?
It works a bit better for me to go into the office because then, well, this week Tara decided one day that she wasn't gonna do anything but sleep and watch movies, so she kind of burnt that bridge real quick.
And why does it normally work better for you?
I mean, just because then I don't need to take care of the dog, find my own food, make my own
Sure, sure.
dinner. Then I gotta feed the baby, gotta put her to sleep, gotta soothe her.
I see, I see. Yeah, my boss has been
Soothing
dealing with that
babies.
exact same thing. He's got four though, but he's got one young right now. She's a year and a half. But he works from home, which you would think would be good, but I like he 100% wishes that he could justify having to go to an office because what ends up actually happening for him is he ends up having to do everything because ain't nobody doing it. I mean, I'm not. It's not anything. I'm just. This is just his experience. Like, and it's not everything. Obviously, it just like can feel that way, but it's like you're also working, right? Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, this dude,
I'm
like,
trying
I mean,
to.
yeah, this dude gets up at 5, fucking takes his shit, works for 30 minutes, then wakes up all the girls. He's got 4 girls, cooks them breakfast and shit, gets them to school, rides a bike with them to school, comes back, and then works. You know, it's like, you know, he cooks dinner too. It's crazy. He's a beast, though. He's a good dude. with selling my monitor, I mean, the whole endeavor costed me like $12.50 or something. Not too bad. I
Should
mean,
have just bought an OLED.
the OLED was 1,700 for like the similar, like where it was the same size and pixel density, which is that. I mean, it was 900 or 1,700. So I decided I'll go with 900.
See, every monitor that I
No,
own from here on
Augie.
out is just going to be a TV OLED because of how awesome this one is.
You like it?
It's incredible.
I mean,
I've had
I've-
OLEDs for years, but yeah, it's
I've
incredible.
definitely looked at some of the nice OLEDs at Costco, and man, they are pretty sick. Like, they look so good that you feel like you could reach out and like grab the object out of the screen. Like, so it is impressive for sure. But from what I had, like, oh, it's so good. Like, just because everything is, all the pixels are so small, so now I can have like so many windows.
Yeah, I can't wait till I move on to 4K. I have my everything set at 2K because I mean that's really where I need to be at anyways, given my hardware. We're given the GPU, maybe not.
2K is pretty good, actually.
It doesn't bother me.
Opinion.
There are a few
I mean,
games
for like
muddled.
just normal shit. Well, I think mine is technically 2K, actually. Right? Because isn't 2K like what, 2160 by 1440 or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So mine is two of those. So it's a 2K.
You got an ultra wide. Yeah.
But I mean,
I'm sitting at a quarter. Yeah, because I'm sitting at a quarter of what a 4K screen is. You're half of what a 4K screen.
exactly. Yeah. I think like the immersiveness of the wide, ultra wide is totally worth it though. I mean, at least the kind of gamer that I grew up as, like, because now like the shooters actually take the increased, you know, the widescreen, and you can adjust your field of view, and I mean, it's pretty dope. Like, you see stuff in your peripheral, you know, and then you can look at it. Like, fucking. I was playing Age of Empires 2. You remember that, right, Hunter?
The remake, yes.
Yeah, so I was playing the remake, and so it supports like actual like giant resolution. So like literally, like you look at Will's stream and you look at my stream, I can see like half the map on like one screen.
Yikes.
It's so good. I've been trying to get Barley in an RTS, but he doesn't want to do it.
Oh, I love Age of Empires, but I've already bought it twice. I'm not buying the newest whatever edition. So
No, fuck the Age of Empires 4. But,
Age
shit,
of Empires
if you'll
2
play
remake.
Age of Empires 2 remake, I'll buy that for you. I don't care.
I love it. I grew up in Age of Empires, but RTS is just
Yeah.
really aren't much. I've tried. It's just
That's my jam. I love that shit. Yeah, I remember growing up playing StarCraft, Brood Wars on dial-up. Have you traveled with? So you haven't traveled since you had Algie. So then you haven't traveled with. What's your daughter's name?
Junior.
Again?
Junior.
Junia. So you haven't traveled with her yet either.
No.
Your parents came, I assume.
They did. They're gonna come next weekend for Tara's birthday weekend.
Nice.
So this will be the second time they've arrived.
They retired yet or close?
I mean, I don't know what my dad's been up to, right? But my mom's working at Kroger, and she is training actually currently. That's why she had to come at the end of the month to manage the flower section. And so she's going to be managing it come Mother's Day, the worst day to work flowers.
Well, it could be the opportunity. Yeah. Show them like, yeah, I'm overqualified.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. How old's your mom now?
71?
Oh wow. She's older. I didn't realize she was so old. That's dope. 71.
Wait.
Does she like to
Oh,
work?
last year she
or
was
does she
71.
have to work?
This year she's 72
Gotcha.
because she turned 72 in January.
Does she like to work, or is it more she needs to?
I think it's a little bit of both, because there's a lot of, if you've been to our house, there's a lot of just stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Well. Do you not talk to your dad much, or you said you don't know what he's up to, or?
I mean, I really don't. Like, I'll look at his text messages and it looks like gibberish. I don't know what he's saying.
Is he doing all right generally, or?
I think so.
I hope so. Oh man, I have some good memories of your dad picking me up, just fucking with me in the Yukon.
I get that lizard. I would have to break him out of jail,
Your dad is a funny character.
make a lizard house, which I don't have any fucking...
Yeah, we'll have to plan a trip. I'd like to come see him, sometime.
Okay.
Probably haven't seen him in
Yeah,
shit, it's
that's a
probably
long
been over
time.
5 years. Yeah. So anything new with the little one? You doing anything new?
Trying
I
to
don't
give her
know
different
the
food.
progression, but yeah. What does she like?
Avocado, banana. I think sometime this week we might try and do peas and carrots mushed up.
All right. Avocado. All right. She's a keeper.
I have a friend and his wife, and they make all their stuff, like they mash peas and they do all the carrots and all the carrots and everything for one of their children, and they put it in ice cube containers in the freezer, freeze it, and pop them out and put them in the microwave and use them proportionately like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, meal prepping is the way to go. So much less mess, which it takes up so much time. You a Costco member, Hunter?
I am, but the closest Costco is 2 hours away.
I've never been to Costco in my life.
You haven't been? You would
We
like
don't
it.
have them in. We don't have them in Tennessee.
It's a good store.
We don't have them where
You
I'm
would
at.
like it. Like, I mean, I know it like screams big box, but like it's one of the good ones.
It's a good big box, dude. How am I
like
gonna?
Costco.
This guy gonna live?
just signed up for their water service. So they bring me 10 gallons of water every month. And I get at least a hot cold water dispenser that's a bottom loader. It's like $20 a month. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't drink the tap water, so like that also explains why it's worth $20 a month. But even like if you, it basically works out the same. Like you're gonna drive, you get 10 gallons of water for 79 cents a piece, $7.90. It's $10, and then so you're paying double. It's delivered, and you get the water machine. I feel like that's pretty good. The water machines are like $150.
Okay. So yeah, it's
And
okay.
also like they get fucked up, like because you have to like clean them and shit. So like I can just be like, give me a new one. Plus, the other thing I like about it is so I'm gonna buy 10 gallons of water and then rotate them. So I'll always have like 15 gallons of water, which could be good in certain situations.
15 gallons.
To me, that's kind of the bigger value is just have like a good amount of water. Because I live in the desert, so like they turn the water off, like we're all dead in like 5 days.
Yeah, a well would be useful.
The rest of the investment goes into bullets, so I can fight my way out and get to somewhere that has water.
Yeah, it sounds like that could be rough, depending.
I mean, you have a power grid problem, and you don't have any water. It's gonna be hard times for a lot of people in a short amount of time. That's the problem. It's like, I mean, you don't have water, like you're gonna be robbing your neighbor within like a few days, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so heavily armed.
No, yeah, totally. I mean, like I said, I see both sides of it. Also, I just want to like have water, so I don't need to go anywhere. I'd rather defend. I don't want to be taking anybody else's shit either, but I gotta stay alive, you know.
Guess if it's the apocalypse, you better hope I'm not your neighbor. I don't know what else to say about that.
Nah, see, that's when I'm gonna be like, yo. See all these bullets? Like we're friends.
These are friendly
You have to
bullets.
decide, do I take your bullets? Or are these bullets better with another trigger?
They're friendly bullets? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, it would get so crazy so fast. You're in a good spot, actually. I mean, for the East Coast, Bradley, like you're gonna be better off than people in the bigger, denser cities. But the East Coast is still gonna be shit. It's not like they're not gonna come to your house. I think here we'll just get decimated instantly because of water. There's no water. So without infrastructure, like everyone will have to vacate immediately. I've been watching these banking collapses. I've been thinking a lot more about water and bullets, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I don't know, man. Shit's getting pretty crazy.
We have so much water and so much food where I live with such a lower population that I don't, and everybody's just
But you're
absolutely.
surrounded. You're surrounded. That's the problem. You're surrounded by
Love to
morons.
see somebody come into this area.
Oh, you guys will probably win like 10-1, but they have a lot of people.
I don't
So
worry
it's-
about it.
It's not going to be easy.
Tennessee is not a state you have to worry about, my friend.
So
We
what
won't
do we need to worry
decimate
about?
anybody that decides they want to be stupid enough to come here. I promise you.
I think Tennessee is one of the, like I said, better places to be on the East Coast. But there's still a lot of people around you. That's what you have to remember. And Tennessee will be one of the places that looks ripe for the picking. You know what I mean? Even though it's not, but it will look that way.
They don't call us the volunteer state for nothing.
What do they call you the volunteer state for?
I like Tennessee. Good
I love
folks out there.
Tennessee. It's almost a tie between national love and state love, to be honest with you. That's how much I love my state.
Oh, you know, I love Colorado, and I don't even like the state, but I don't know. A lot of the people there are great. Like, this is fucking. I don't know. It could be a good state. It's like liberal right now. I don't know.
I know, yeah.
It's weird because like not if you're in certain parts. Like if you're in Denver, sure, but anywhere else in the state is like it's a mixture of good old boys, lumberjacks, and hippies. Like, which is kind of a cool mix. Like everyone's cool. They're like, yeah, it's fine. They got a good amount of Mormons for what it's worth. You know, right next to Utah.